Thank you so much. All right. Now, between custody battles and splitting property, ending marriage, of course, is just never easy. But attorney Lori Viviano says proper planning can make the biggest difference when dealing with a divorce. So it's, I guess all about getting your ducks in a row. It's not fun, it's painful, but there's some ways that could really make it beneficial down the road.
Well, just like she was talking about diet, you make small changes, it makes a huge impact. The thing is that people don't stop and think about, come see an attorney, we'll do consultations, we'll give you some strategy and some tactics as to what to do next. Because once you make a mistake, it's much harder to go back.
Well, let's talk about what a consultation actually is. What does it involve?
Well, I find it so interesting that people just don't call my office. What we do is a consultation is fairly inexpensive. It's half my rate. It's a 45-minute where I answer specific questions to your case. That doesn't make you have to hire me, but it gets you on the right road. It gives you some basics. I try to give you some code sections. I give you some sites to look at. You can look at my website. You can go to Fox 6 and go to my different videos, and it gives you some really good, jump off point of where to start.
Okay, so let's say that it looks like divorce is imminent, and where do you start? Consultation is an incredible place.
Absolutely.
What else do you want to be prepared for?
I think once I have a feel for the person, I can give them some suggestions. Like, let's say hypothetically, it's you and your partner, and you're saying it's not, a horrible divorce, we're amicable, we pretty well have decided on the custody, then that's someone that may be very amenable to mediation, or just me drafting a marital settlement agreement.
And mediation, you hear a lot about that. I know that can be appealing because it's less expensive.
Right.
But what does that involve?
Well, I think sometimes when you have, and I'm not trying to be rude to anybody, but if you have two reasonable people and they understand the law and can compromise, there's the big word, compromise, mediation, I think they kind of go together, then what they can do is then the mediator just assists them in coming to a resolution that's beneficial to all the parties and specifically to the children.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. And speaking of children, look, we have some tips that we can pop up on the screen.
Fantastic.
But, custody, that is huge. So I know that when you're thinking about the different things that involve with a marriage dissolving, custody is #1 up there.
Absolutely. And I think once you see that if people start seeing some compromise, you loved this person at one time, you both love these children, it's just a matter of trying, I think, to compromise. If you can't compromise, and I pretty well can tell within a 45-minute consultation if that person is somebody that can do that.
A marital settlement. I've heard of the word, but I don't know what that entails.
Fantastic. Two people come together. I basically am a scrivener, meaning I basically am just putting together the required documents to be filed with the court. They never walk in a courtroom. Everything's done in a nice, tidy package. And again, it's more economical. But again, you've got to have people that are willing to compromise. That's the big word that people need to look at in a divorce, is that, if you want to fight for every last angry dollar, every last 5 minutes with your children, attorneys are going to get rich.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the day. And so to me, if you can meet somewhere in the middle, that's best for everybody.
Okay. And of course, it's not ideal. It's a sad thing. But what you do, as well as providing all the legal expertise, is I know that there's some comfort and support there too.
I think I'm pretty nice. What do you think?
I think so. I think so.
My staff is great. Someone calls into my office, the first person they talk to is Natasha. She ends up usually being everybody's favorite because she's just a doll. And then from that, they meet me, and then they go on to be assigned staff. So they always have someone there from 8 to 5 that they can ask questions. And I just think it gives you a sense of security knowing that someone's there and will answer your questions pretty much 7 days a week.
Yeah, they have your back. They're looking out for you.
Absolutely.
And you're not out just to try to make a buck. You really want to give people the information they need to help them make the best decisions for them.
I want them to be better.
Yeah. All right. Lori Viviano, there is your information and banker. So may I say what a fabulous picture that is as well.
You always say that.
No, it's so great. All right, Lori, thank you so much. Some wonderful tips. Have a great weekend.
You too. Thank you.
Thanks. All right, coming up next, the salad that celebrates the flavors of summer. Get the recipe, and a cookbook full of classic California culinary treats. Say that 10 times fast when San Diego Living comes right back.